Hey guys, I know it might not seem like it, but spring is right around the corner. We've still got probably 18 inches of snow on the ground, but it's been melting down a little bit. Um, but our first step towards our garden this year is planting or starting some onion seeds. We've never done it from seed before. We've usually just bought the sets, the little bulbs that you get from the garden center. But this year, we're going to do it from seed. We've got some red wing, which is a red onion, and a Patterson, which is a sweet yellow onion. And both of these are good storage onions, which means we can put them in our basement and our root cellar and pull them out when we need them instead of going to the store. So what I've done so far is I just got some potting soil, put it in this 5-gallon bucket, and then got it wet and transferred that into this container here. And so this container we found at the Dollar General. And it was like $3.50, which is awesome. And it comes with this big plastic lid, because that's going to be really important, because we want to cover this after we put the seeds in so that it stays warm, because the soil has to be 70 to 80 degrees or so, ideally, to get a higher germination rate from your seeds. Because apparently onion seeds are notoriously poor germinators. Like you'll only get about 75%, but we'll see. We've got 300 seeds total, and we'll see how many we actually get. So I gotta go run back out in the garage, grab the dry soil, and then we'll sprinkle some seeds on, put the dry soil on them, water them, and cover them up. So I'll be right back. All right, so I went out to the garage, got our dry potting soil, and then I filled up a little squirt bottle with water, and we've got our onion seeds. So I'm just gonna sprinkle them on. You want them to be pretty thick. We've got this little stick right here that's gonna separate our two varieties. All right, so got a few more in there. Make sure you get them all out. All right, so there's our one variety. That's the Pattersons right there. And we're going to go with the reds that were on this side. Well, these are black. Mm-hmm. Whoa. All right. So just spread them out like that. Make sure you don't have any big clumps of them. You just kind of want them evenly spread. And it looks like I did a pretty good job. First try. First take. That's all I do. All right, so then we're going to cover these with some dry soil. Just make sure you get a nice, thin, like even coating. Just want to cover them up. And one of the reasons why you do this as a dry soil, the topping as a dry soil, is because it's easy to see where the wet soil is in the dry soil, and it's easier to spread than a dry soil would be on top of this. You can't really sprinkle on wet soil. Right. So just give it a nice even coating. Try to get every seed covered. And then we will just spray it with our little squirt bottle. Make sure we wet it pretty good. And that'll be it. Put the top on and wait for them to pop up in about 5 to 10 days. Rooster is very interested in what's going on.
Very nosy.
Very nosy. When I was getting the soil wet in that 5-gallon bucket, the smell of the fresh soil and then mixing it up with my hand just got me real excited for spring. It's right around the corner. I know it's coming, but February is like the worst the worst month because you're still so far away from like actual consistently good weather, but you're also like so close. You know, it gets hard.
Like the middle of the month.
It's hard to wait. So, all right, we'll pop our lid on. Again, you can find this, or we found it at Dollar General. So you can also use like a cake pan if you have a lid for that. I've seen people use, or you can just cover it with Saran wrap. You don't have to find a big lid like this. So, lots of different options. So there you go. We're gonna just set this in a warm place and wait about a week until the onions sprout, and make another video about what to do next. So make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you again.